Oh, good day, mate. We didn't see you there. My name's Acid Abacidal Dundee.
And I'm Mr. Smith.
And today, we'll be talking about the various intricacies of acids and bases.
Come on, follow us! My goodness, look at these fine specimens in the natural habitat.
Well, unfortunately, Mr. Smith, we're not here to talk about nature. We're here to talk about all things acids, bases, and in between. So first, we're going to discuss the pH scale.
pH scale, or percent hydrogen scale, tells you the strength of an acid or a base.
If on the pH scale a substance reads a 7, that makes it a neutral substance. If the pH is greater than a 7, it's a base, and likewise, if it's less than a 7, that makes it an acid. However, don't be alarmed when you see the word alkaline on the side of a pH scale that would normally say base, as alkaline is simply another word for a base. Moving along, we find ourselves face to face with the creek. Mr. Smith, what are we to do?
Perhaps we should test the water with some litmus paper, Mr. Dundee.
Crikey, an excellent idea. Now I'm going to test the water with this strip of litmus paper and see what happens. If the water is an acid, it'll turn red, but if it's a base, it'll turn blue. If it's neither and it's a neutral substance, it'll stay white.
Fascinating. It turned red. What does that mean, Mr. Dundee?
It's because the moss native to this area, sphagnum moss as shown here, releases hydrogen ions into the water, making it more acidic. When an acidic substance comes into contact with standard neutral water, hydrogen ions are also released. However, a base coming into contact with water causes hydroxide ions to be released instead.
Now it's time for some final thoughts and fun facts on acids and bases. Remember, it is important to never touch an unknown acid or base, as it may be dangerous.
However, it is quite interesting to know that acids have a quite sour taste, while bases can be bitter or sweet.
Lastly, one last interesting fact about bases that involves electricity.
Absolutely. Unlike most bases, acids can actually conduct electricity. The reason I say most bases is because only extremely strong bases can conduct electricity, and those are very few and far between. It's a girl in the natural habitat. Let's test her pH to see whether or not she's acidic or whether or not she's basic. Crikey! This is the most basic girl I've ever seen! Look at how blue it is! My goodness!